Why does WWE insist on putting on boring shows now?
Well, you gotta balance out all that potential excitement from AEW. I say potential, but you never know.
We never know. By the way, I'm John Ritland. That is...
The Boardinator. A Durbinator.
That too. We are very tired because there's been quite a bit of a heat wave lately for us. And also we've been watching a lot of wrestling and we don't sleep. You don't sleep very much. I don't sleep very much.
I've had bags under my eyes since the 6th grade.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Same here. 6th or 7th. Yeah, they're in Baton Rouge tonight. And I think about maybe 50 people were in the crowd because fucking Christ.
It was more like Baton Few.
That's what it needs to be. That's what the review needs to be called. There we go. We come up. We plan things ahead.
No, we don't.
No, we don't at all. But man,
everything is improvised and nothing is set in stone.
Really, which would be difficult. It'd be difficult for me to set my notes in stone. By the way,
Riddle is set in stone.
We have a lot of videos up. I did some solo content. We have our all out predictions up and stuff like that. So yeah. All those empty seats. There were empty seats when the show went live. On the side where the camera is.
Jesus.
WWE needs to pull out some of these markets. There's nothing against the fans of WWE there. But, especially if AEW and other companies say take off, just get to where you're running in other areas, but just don't run in the South.
I'd say, like, maybe form, like, a small selection of states. Like, what's the word?
Territory.
Yeah.
Yes. But just, I think we're going to get that pretty soon. We'll see. Maybe talk about that in the podcast.
Interesting scenario.
Hey, that's something we could talk about in the podcast.
Yeah.
That'll probably be our next video.
Anyway, let's get into the show because we have a lot of matches to cover. Like a whole 4 of them.
So many. 4 matches, 3.5 actually technically because the last one was short and not because Chad Gable was in it. We get recaps of who tried to kill Reigns. And then we have Kofi appear, or then we have Reigns appear saying
who framed Eric Rowan. Spoiler alert, it's exactly who you'd expect it to be.
It would be exactly who you expected, but we then get that. Then we get Roman Reigns saying, well, I'm going to get some answers tonight. I'm not going to apologize.
I'm going to get some answers. Spoiler alert, he already has the answers.
He does. Wait, Becky has the answers?
What?
Man, the Mansers. Right. Then we get Kofi and Orton recaps. We get Kofi out, and then we get recaps. The first 15 minutes of this were like 85% recaps.
Recaps, match, recaps, match, recaps, match, recaps, match. Da, 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 da.
It'll run for 50 years.
How do we do that? You know what? Never mind.
You know what? Let's just roll with it. It reminds me of Moulin Rouge, by the way. Which is a good movie. So
here we are now. That had a great opening number.
It did. Entertained us.
Yeah.
That's how that word went. So yeah, we get Orton and Kofi promos. Orton from backstage saying that Kofi's stupid. Kofi. Stupid.
Yeah, he's running this into the ground.
WWE never does that.
Oh, never!
I never run jokes into the ground myself either. Yes. But, okay, we then get Kofi running backstage because Orton says...
Real quick though, talk.
Yeah.
You do.
I know I do. I know.
Like, massively.
Yeah.
Like, you've repeated the same jokes to me every day for the past 10 years.
Passively? I'm not helping.
See what I mean?
I'm not helping my case, am I? Right.
You need new material.
I need material, is what I mean.
Yes.
Material so
not the material that you wipe with. Anyway.
That's where I get most of my jokes.
We'll talk over.
So, yes. Orton and Kofi, though.
Let's get to fake talk.
They have their promos, and Orton says, oh, your family's here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go visit your family in a hotel room. That's not creepy at all.
That's definitely not something Randy would do.
He's never, attacked another person's family.
Yeah.
Or had his home broken into.
He wouldn't go there.
No.
You know why?
Why?
Because his family is,
Black? Ah, there we go. It's the racist Orton. Then they brawl backstage because Kofi, and then we get, of course, Orton hanging a black man off of the table and then DDTing him. We had a lot of racial undertones with this show tonight. Maybe that's just what I interpreted. Moving on from that, though, it was fine. They got to the brawl, it was fine, but Raw opened with a brawl, a talking and a brawl. This opened with talking and a brawl, and recaps.
It's like a brawl, but for everybody.
If only it was for just all.
All for brawl. I like it.
I love it. That's... It was a terrible idea. Big E is then talking about how he's going to face Orton tonight. What? Big E's going to face Orton tonight.
Yes.
We then get... As Buddy Murphy's making his way to the ring to face Mustafa Ali.
Fabulous C.
Ali Ababa. We get Tom Phillips saying the best performance fighter in Roman Reigns. Quit face fucking lines like that, Tom.
Sometimes when Vince says to say something, maybe say no.
Or at least say, can we try this instead? Like, in English?
Like say, hold on, I got a better idea. One of the best professional wrestlers in the world.
The hell is wrestling?
It's the second word in the name of the company.
It's such good shit, Vince. Just go over there.
You're right, it is such good shit. Just let us handle this.
Count your millions over there, Vince. Go
and the millions! And the billions.
How does he... God. I never would have thought The Rock would have made so much damn money. Credit to him, though.
I mean, obviously with his first acting role.
The Scorpion Bling. I mean, he got paid $5.5 million for that. And now he has all the muscles and all the money. So, Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy put on a great match for the King of the Ring first round.
Oh, yes.
It was very good, very well
Crowd
done.
got into it, except for the fact that there was a commercial in the middle of it, so we didn't get the full enjoyment of it.
The first 3 minutes of the match, Chris.
Yeah, after all of those promos and recaps and promos and recaps and promos and recaps, we finally get a match, and then as soon as it starts, you wanna watch this commercial? You guys couldn't have, waited to start the match until you had the commercial run?
I get it. Do it during the intros. As much as I love the intros, do it during the intros.
Or, alternatively, play the commercials after the promos, and then have your match, so that you don't have to play this game of catch-up.
I would just have done it during the intros. That's what I would have done. I agree with you. I would have done it during the intros.
It just doesn't seem like it should be this complex.
They have to pace it out for the ads and the revenue. I get it, for the network. I get that, but they're badly pacing these shows. Yeah. And WCW did the same damn thing.
Work your show around the adverts because that's what you have to do.
WCW did it, and guess what? You know how business WCW is?
I'm pretty sure they're doing all right. I mean, Shivani's still got a commentary job, and JR's there.
And he's gonna put his butt in the seat. Yeah. AEWCW. That's what we're gonna start calling it if they run bad shows.
I mean, you're already doing the.
To be fair,
I don't remember where my finger
I was wondering what you were doing. The match though, Poison Rana. We get a Poison Rana. Please stop at the Poison Rana, please.
Yeah, it is it looks like a dangerous spot.
They're professionals, but
as long as you're not using that against an amateur, it should be fine. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not abusing somebody's neck like a certain person we've all seen wrestle.
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. Many others.
Will Ospreay. I'm worried about my neck. Also Will Ospreay. Oscutter on the apron.
Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Whee!
God. I agree with you. They're professionals, but I just cringe seeing some stuff. There was a nice DDT spike off the ropes. Mustafa Ali won with a 450. Murphy had plenty of offense in. This match was very, very well done. I can't wait until they don't do anything with Mustafa Ali once they get him out of the tournament.
So Murphy,
and Ali,
it's not his time to move forward in the King of the Ring.
No.
Not yet. But he'll be getting his push, I'd probably say the next couple months.
I'd say so. I mean, he beat Daniel Bryan last week.
Yeah.
Then we get Ember, Bailey, and Lacey. It's Small Hat City, bitch, because Lacey's hat was too small for her head. And she was talking down to Ember.
Why do you wear that hat? Does it do anything? No.
She was talking down to Ember because she's short. We don't plan this stuff, folks. We don't plan any of this. You knew where I was going with it?
Yes.
Okay. Could have been going somewhere else. So, Bailey and Lacey are going to have a match later. Where's Lacey Evans? Apparently she's been on vacation. I'm glad that Lacey Evans is back.
I want to spend time with her family. And hey, I just got out of this really extraneous feud. Mind if I take a break?
I got out of this really extraneous feud that didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I need a little bit of a reset here. Just,
Well,
throw me into the title picture as soon as I get back. Yeah. Thanks.
Why not? We then get Zayn and Miz. And, of course, Miz at one point says he's going to get out there and he's going to beat off Zayn.
What?
I think he said that.
I don't believe that.
Don't believe so?
Not for a moment.
No. Whoa, let's go. So, we then get Nakamura attacking from behind, which I called, and as Gorilla Monsoon said, it's a Pearl Harbor job. I mean, he said that whether it was a Japanese person or not. It's what he said.
Yeah.
Is it offensive, Chris?
A lot.
A lot? Yeah, it is. They made me wish that Zayn is gone from the company, which I know he's supposed to be a heel, but he's not an effective kind of heel. He's not.
He is an effective heel, but the problem is that how they've got him booked.
Losing
not
all the
effective.
losing all the time.
Losing all the time.
Yeah, losing all the time.
My Sammy wants to lose all the time. Lose all the time.
Fortunately, no Shane McMahon on TV tonight. So that might have actually been why the show wasn't that bad. There was too much talking on the show, though. Now, I get it. You don't want to overexpose people on here, but you have a deep roster. Fucking use them.
Yeah, I mean, last time they overexposed people, he'd stink-face people.
Or we got the Katie Vick angle. That was fun. That's exactly what I would use to describe that. So we then get, Nakamura attacking from behind. We're getting Nakamura versus Miz at Clash of Champions, apparently. We then get Owens and Elias. Owens is looking for Shane. Elias says he's not here. Then that was it. That
was the end of it. There was nothing got brought up about it.
We then have Charlotte at ringside for the Bayley-Lacey match. Look, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Far be it from me to criticize how somebody looks.
After all of that, we're now talking about the second match.
Yeah. This was about an hour in. Charlotte and Andrade seem happy together, and that's great. If Charlotte is happy with all the work she's having done, that's great. It does not look good. And it doesn't look good when anybody gets this much plastic surgery. I'm a little worried about Charlotte. I'm a little worried.
Worried she's going to end up looking like the Catwoman by the time she's like 50 or 60.
Which Catwoman?
The one that made her face almost look like a cat with how much plastic surgery she's had.
Oh, that one. I thought you were meaning like Sharon Stone in the Halle Berry movie Catwoman.
No.
Remember that movie, Chris?
I do.
You're welcome.
It was so lore-friendly.
It had a basketball scene for no reason. So, Charlotte was at ringside. Maybe they're going to have Charlotte...
Cat burps.
Oh, God, they did do that. They're going to have Charlotte and Lacey team up. Because we need tag teams. I don't know.
Holla.
Yeah. We get it's hype for Charlotte and Bayley. Charlotte just wants to be out there to observe Bayley. The match was good. Lacey can wrestle. This time off has helped her. She feels refreshed. She got in some good offense. Hit a good moonsault. See, Charlotte, that's how you do a moonsault. Without snapping your goddamn legs. When she does that, I'm going to feel bad. But the way she lands. Lacey hits a really beautiful springboard moonsault. The arm work was nice.
Yeah.
There was great psychology in this match. It was a good women's match.
Yes, it was.
Bayley won. Lacey even...
I don't think any of the matches tonight have been bad.
Yeah.
There was one that was okay, but that comes later.
It does. It was a good match, though. I liked how she got out of the Bayley to belly by grabbing the ropes. That was a good way to protect the finisher while help protecting Lacey. Mm-hmm. Lacey does lose, but it was a good match. And let's see if Lacey's on SmackDown or I don't know what the hell any brand anybody's on anymore. We then get Bryan and Rowan. They want an apology. We then get Big E versus Orton. It happened.
Yeah, it did.
We got a splash from Big E where he hit the apron.
The hardest part of the ring, as you all know.
No, but I mean, it's like I wasn't even going to make that joke. Big E, stop doing this shit where you're going to kill yourself.
It's not that dangerous.
I mean, it is the hardest part of the ring, though.
So they say, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he didn't do that dive through the ropes, at least.
Exactly.
That's good. It was a good match, and obviously Big E was going to lose because the Revival interfered, and then an RKO out of nowhere, and then you had 3 white guys beat down a black guy in the South.
From out of nowhere.
No, actually, I think they expect that in the South. You meant the win. Oh, okay. The match was fine.
Yep.
I think we're getting a Hell in a Cell match with Orton, the Revival, against the New Day. We're getting a 6-man Hell in a Cell match. Hopefully without Rikishi falling onto a sawdust truck like the last 6-man Hell in a Cell match. That happened.
Fun.
I mean, you had to have something to cushion his fat ass from breaking it.
Anyway.
So yeah, we then get Sarah interviewing Chad. Well, Sarah Schreiber appeared on TV, so that's a plus.
Will he end up being King Chad?
The Chad. We get the King of Gable.
Yeah, I'm King Chad. How's it going, man?
We then get 24/7 title recaps. Okay, same thing we saw from Raw. We then get Elias on the throne, not on the toilet, even though this segment should have been put in the goddamn toilet. Owens attacks him, lays out Elias with the stunner, doesn't pin him.
Yep.
Truth tries to pin him. That doesn't work. Tries to pin Elias, not Owens. And then Drake ends up pinning, after pulling Truth out, ends up pinning Elias. And now he can consummate his marriage. And maybe
Finally.
can they burn that title and never mention it again?
Finally! The Drake has come back to consummate his marriage!
I'm mature.
Anyway.
I'm not. I hated this. Just stop. Please end this title. It's not funny anymore. It wasn't funny to me to begin with.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not the roll-up title. Hey, they didn't win by roll-up. So, we then get Chad versus Shelton Benjamin. It was over literally. It's a Team Kyop reunion. Kyop!
And with that kind of history, you'd expect a barn burner and,
5 minutes. They should, if they had cut a couple talking segments, like little brief stuff out of this.
With the production quality that they put on it to his Twitter promo, I'm not surprised. All those lens flares. What did J.J. Abrams direct it?
It's a Super 8.
I think it's more like 35mm. I'm not sure.
Did you see Super 8?
No.
It's a good movie. I should lend it to you sometime. So, yeah, Gable won, shockingly.
Hey, Gable guy!
And of course, Shelton knows what Chad is capable of, or gapable of.
Chad did bring up something he said before in all of his other promos that they're going to be looking up at him. So what is the first thing he does?
After beating Shelton?
He rolls out of the ring. Now, this is a minor point, but also kind of counteracts what he was saying that they're going to be looking up at him. Is you stay in the ring, you get that moment of Shelton looking up at you, disappointed in himself, defeated, and then you proudly walk out of the ring.
Yeah, I like that.
Instead, you roll out and then you kind of like haul ass out of there. Like, come on.
It's Gable versus Andrade, right?
That's going to be great.
They'll give it 7 minutes.
It's going to be a great 7 minutes. I'm sure you're used to that.
You're being generous, my friend. You've talked to my exes, evidently, or you haven't. I agree with you. They should have actually done that.
Technically, that statement is true. Anyway, we get to the best segment of the night after the match.
Reigns apologizing to Rowan and Bryan. They're backstage. Oh, wait. Reigns has other footage. Somehow.
Footage that would have been useful. Heaven?
About a month ago. Before the storyline got going. And you know what that means, Chris?
The security and production crew is in cahoots!
I was afraid your arm was going to fall off there for a second. So yeah, it shows Rowan pushing stuff onto the scaffolding or the whatever it is.
Yeah.
After it fell over.
And then he stood there. Forever.
And then Bryan, back live, starts slapping Rowan, saying he hates liars. And then runs out saying, I had nothing to do with this, nothing to do with this. You have to believe me. And then Roman spears him. This is the worst storyline that WWE has put on this year.
So who's the bad guy in this situation?
You know what? Everybody that greenlit this. Everybody. This might... No, you know what?
They gave him the green light?
And we're ready to go.
And this story's ready to blow.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go on the record. This is worse than a 24/7 title. Do you know how hard that is for me to say something? They put so much effort into this, and it's so convoluted when it should be simple.
Yeah.
If they want to write Rowan off TV, fine.
They totally use Akim's razor on this one. That's how it's said, right?
Yeah, that's how exactly it's said. Where's AOP, by the way? Is one of them injured again?
I think one of them... No. Maybe. Well, we'll find out later.
When we start caring again. Yeah, at least All Out this weekend. Look, WWE's doing some good shit this year. It's such good shit. But they're spinning their wheels, and it's a lot like 1999 WCW. And that's worrying me. Which I may have a rant at some point up about how WWE is.
They're throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
And
the only thing that sticks is the shit that they're tossing. I guess it is such good shit if it's sticking.
When he hears about this, the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Looks like I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
C+. C+ for this reason. I like the matches. If Gable hadn't won, probably a C.
It was incredibly average.
It was.
And that is why I'm going to go with the C on that one. Just nothing really left much of an impact except for the fact that
Ali.
Finally Chad's won a match.
Ali won.
Yeah, Ali won.
The women had a good match.
The women had a great match.
The Big E Orton match served its purpose.
Yeah.
The 24/7 title actually brought this down from about a B- for me. But yeah, C for you, C+ for me, and...
And if you see the pluses or minuses, you know where to go. It's my poll. It's right up there. You're free to click on it and go ahead and hit one of the grades.
There's no pluses or minuses because we don't have those options.
Correct.
So, yes.
So if you want to leave more details, you just gotta leave a comment down below.
If you want to leave more D, leave it down below.
Please don't leave your D's down below. It sounds very painful for everybody. This has been Real Honesty with John Ritland. I am not John Ritland. I am the Derbinator. And
we will be back with a podcast on Friday if he wakes up in time.